Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Some more updates on the Black Powder Epic Battles American Civil War hole I've been sucked into. Got a couple new things to share with you here. One being what they call the American Civil War paint set rapid deployment. How rapid is it? Well, it depends on how fast your ability to paint and things of that nature. It does include, this particular box does include the tones or colors that are required for both Union and Confederate. That could be argued depending on how detail-minded you are. Certainly for those of you that are painting aficionados, this isn't near enough of the stuff that you're going to want. But for someone like me, this is more than enough, so there's that. And I think there's a kit you can get for the Union. There's a paint kit you can get for the Confederates, but why do that when you can just get one kit that includes both, right? So that's what I did here. And I threw some paint on to see how it would look, and the camera will not focus the way I want it to. It's on autofocus, and that's about as best we're going to get. You can see the light blue and the flesh tones and the dark blue. I didn't do any of the straps or anything of that nature. And I have to say, I don't know that I will. I mean, maybe I will. I don't even know if I'm going to finish. I've got paints. I don't know that I'm going to finish this endeavor. But when I have these guys on the table, I have to say, the amount of detail that your naked eye can see is so limited. I mean, so as you can make out here, you can make out, again, the light blue, the dark blue, and the flesh tones. But anything else, it just kind of dissolves. It's too small. So I don't know how much detail I'll be going into if I do decide, in fact, even though I have this, this is no guarantee I paint anything, right? But it's stuff that you got to have because it's stuff. But moving forward, if I did decide to paint these guys, not sure how much detail I would be willing to go into. Again, considering that you can only see so much. So there's that. But anyway, that's the paint set. Most of you guys out there already have 5,000 paints and won't be interested in that. For those of you that don't, or for those of you whose paints are old and been on a shelf for about 15 years like myself, since the days of Flames of War painting, you might want to look into some fresh paint. So that's what I did. The main guest of honor here is this box, which came from Miniature Market, St. Louis. They did not pay me to say that. I don't get discounts for saying that. But that's where I ordered it from, and I had noticed that this stuff was on pre-order on the Warlord Games site. I thought the prices were a little high. Maybe I could shop around and do better. And sure enough, Miniature Market, for whatever reason, is cheaper. And wasn't sure when this stuff would release, and then I was assuming that the shop would have to get it all in stock and prepared and shipped out. But no, it came today, so I wanted to get the video out on this. Last time I checked, wasn't a whole lot of videos out with this second wave of stuff. And also with the paint set, this paint set I just showed you came in a box about the same size with roughly the same amount of bubbles. So I don't know what they have going on over there with the packaging, but it's extremely excessive. So there's all kinds of stuff there. So let's see what we got. What I ordered was 3 things. Now here's the first one. This is going to be the Iron Brigade, right? Now there's already a video out on this, and the guy seemed fairly happy with his purchase and all that. I watched that, so I know a little of what I'm in for. And I'll get into that in a second. This is the Iron Brigade, and there's the back of the box there for you. So got some, looks like somebody played soccer with the box. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything. Probably not. In fact, they probably hurt their foot because this isn't plastic. Well, the bases are. All right, what do we get in here? We get these guys. Melissa is the Warlord Games packer. And when I ordered the first wave starter box of this stuff, I was missing 2 sprues. Did I contact Warlord? No. I took care of it another way, but it was missing stuff. Wasn't Melissa though. Melissa's doing good things. So there's 6 items in here. So it says there should be 300, which is a bit misleading, honestly. 300 metal miniatures. Now, it's a similar style to the first wave, because they're all on a, I don't know if you call it a sprue, but they're together, right? So, I mean, that's technically 1 miniature in my opinion. But they would count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So there's that. Now, right off the bat, you'll notice, metal. I didn't know this. I was under the assumption that everything would continue at least, if not like this plastic stuff here. The word escapes me now. Resin or whatever the hell you call it. Not metal though. No, wasn't under the assumption that would be getting metal. Is it a deal breaker? No, but I like continuity and uniformity. Will this look, once it's painted, will this look any different than what's included with the plastic stuff? I mean, is it going to stand out and look weird? No, it's not. But again, I mean, it's just psychologically, and there's a weight difference, and I don't know. I would have wished they would have continued with the plastic. Perhaps there are some of you out there that would wish they would have done it all in metal. Then you gotta also have this flashing you gotta take care of, which isn't the end of the world. But I mean, I don't particularly enjoy cleaning these guys up. I don't know that anybody does, but I want to get rolling with this stuff. You know, I don't want to be hacking pieces off and fixing things. But anyway, they look good detail wise. No complaints there. And ooh, my camera focused for a second. Let's see if it'll do it again. It likes metal, huh? Anyway, the camera does not do this exactly as much justice as it would in real life. So they look good. Take my word for it. So you get a few bundles of these here. You get your command stands without opening all of them. Your bases, which I was worried that they wouldn't include bases. There's some Napoleonic stuff that you order, which for the love of God I will never understand, does not include bases. You have to order those separately. So you get your bases. And I've been playing without bases just like thusly. They stand up relatively with ease on the game table, but it's not a perfect solution. So I should probably base these, and probably will, because I've noticed a few of them falling over. And when you're messing with this Callistra Hexon stuff, these are like little, I've said this before, they're like little spider hairs that stand up straight. Looks great, but that's what it is. And when you set this light plastic figure on there, it'll stand, but it'll also fall over if you're not too focused on what you're doing. So we'll probably need to base those after all, which I thought I could avoid. You do get a flag, a couple of, just one flag sheet, and my recommendation on the flag sheet, par usual, is to photocopy this a bit bigger so it looks a little more impressive. And that's what I go for, more impressive, as opposed to perhaps scale realistic, which I assume is what this is. We want impressive. So that's your Iron Brigade. And you get, again, 300 metal epic battle scale miniatures, 3 epic battle bases, plastic sprue, and 1 epic battles union flag. Leaflet, yes, we have all that. At least that's my assumption. Put this back in the box for now. We have 2 other little boxes here. I will add that, for those of you keeping score, I did finally reach 1,000 subscribers, and I thank everyone for that. I won't go into it now. I will do an official celebratory thank you video regarding that. Probably should have or could have done that a week ago, but you know, Time is of the essence, but that'll be up eventually. Then we have the Zouave regiments. Everybody seems to like the Zouaves. As soon as they see that red, they just go nuts. I could take them or leave them, but I figure you want to balance or counterbalance the Union with their Iron Brigade, so we'll see if we can throw some of these on the Confederate side. Although you can use some of these for the Union if you were so inclined. You could split them up and use them for both, but I'll probably be more focused on using these for the Confederate side primarily. Well, what do you get with this? You get, again, 300, they say, resin, epic battle scale Zouave miniatures. Now, how is this? That's interesting. This literally says resin, but I can tell you it's not resin because I can feel it. Now, this says metal for the Iron Brigade, but on the box here, it literally does say resin. So I think the intention was to use resin. My understanding, the metal is not resin. Metal is metal. So I don't know what happened along the way, but this is not resin. This is metal. So here, let's open a Zouave pack. Here's a Zouave pack here. Yeah, those are Zouaves, alright, so will the camera work? There's the front of them, there's the back of them. Why can't I get this to focus? If I put this here, will that focus? Look at that. Ah, tricked it. No, it went away again. Oh, I have so much trouble with cameras. But yeah, you get 5 guys to a stand, and then of course you're going to put 2 of these, right, on a base. So actually 4 of these, so 2 in the front, 2 in the back. 4 per base is what you'll do with these. And you've got your command stands and your flags, your bases. So you get 2 sets of flags here, right? Because both sides had Zouaves. You have your Confederate flags. Union flags, again, I want to blow those up a little bigger to make them a little more impressive. 3 sprues of bases, which I appreciate. I wouldn't put it past Warlord to have considered not including bases and make you buy them separately. Glad they didn't go that route. So when you get all these painted and done, they'll look like that, right? No, they will not. At least not when I'm done painting. And then finally we have, and this is perhaps my most, for me the most important of the 3 is your cavalry. Now what I've been doing is using commanders, a number of those lumped together in a hex for cavalry. But now I don't have to do that. I can use actual cavalry. So let's see if we can open this up and take a look. Does this box say resin? It does. 60 Warlord resin epic battle scale miniature cavalry. 2 epic battle bases plastic sprues. A Union flag leaflet and Confederate flag leaflet. So these are going to be, right, similar to the starter box set, just your generic sculpts for both sides. You'll be able to use as many or as few, or split it up evenly between Union and Confederates. And ooh, Melissa packed this too. There's that. Did Melissa pack the? Melissa packed all 3. Melissa's been busy, right? All right, there's our Union flags. Those are 2 bases of sprues of bases. I believe that's my neighbor banging down the door trying to get in. Let's see what these cavalry look like. So, I don't know to what extent, because of the size, the scale, the miniatures. Yeah, that's my neighbors having a heart attack over there. Okay, they are molded onto the horse. I was wondering if I would need to glue a fella onto a horse. Looks like they're already molded onto it. Thank the gods. Just because I don't feel like messing with it. So there's maybe a commander. This might be the command, a bag of command stand for the cavalry. They look good. I'm pleased. Ooh, here's a guy with a bugle. Very cool sculpt. There's a Judith. Not Melissa, Judith. I wish it would focus better. I apologize. But he looks really cool. He's blowing a bugle and just flying. He looks great. Yeah, obviously he's not a lancer. He's you're gonna put a flag on there, right? We have, yeah. So you've got 3 different sculpts here for your command base. Your fellow with a saber, your bugle guy, and your flag. So there will be 3 of those. What else? Let's look at, and then the 3rd wave, which isn't out yet, will include skirmishers and dismounted cavalry. Well, I'll order that probably again because at least with this stuff, I'm being a kind of completist with what they're releasing. This looks like your standard sculpt, right, that you'll use for both sides for your cavalry. It's looking like a fellow with a sword relaxed by his side as one sculpt. Then you have a fellow with a sword raised by his shoulder. God, that camera just will not. I don't understand. I apologize, guys. So there's your 2 sculpts. Is that the only 2 sculpts? It looks like it. Either relaxed, lowered sword by the side, or raised by along the shoulder for your mass cavalry sculpts. But they look great, and again, I'm happy that I don't have to glue arms or heads or bodies on. They're all molded together. That pleases. Ooh, here's a, so he is just mounted with a rifle, which you can't see because of my camera. Where's this at? I don't know if no, you can't see it. It's just not going to do it. But he has a rifle by his side. I sure wish this camera would work better. Very cool. Here's a guy with a pistol sidearm. They look great. I'm very pleased with the sculpts, the detail on these. I mean, they look really good. So again, these guys are with a rifle holstered on their side, or a raised arm with a pistol sidearm. They look great. They really look great. Any other sculpts? Very pleased. Overall, I'm pleased with everything, but especially the cavalry. It surpassed what I thought I would be getting as far as detail and the positions that they were sculpted in. Really good stuff. So yeah, here's more of the same with the sword by the side or raised by the shoulder. What are these guys? Yeah. Same here. It's going to be the same thing. Very happy with the cavalry. And again, I'm not displeased with the Iron Brigade or the Zouaves, but when you're dealing with this level of scale and you have them on the table, unless you're a master painter that can bring out the detail, it's really challenging to make out certain things on the table from a distance. But these guys look great. So that is the 3. You've got your, and these are available now. They're shipping now. You can order them now. And again, I got this from Miniature Market. Fair price, cheaper than Warlord. Sorry, but I did. And it's shipped quick. So, and I also think it's free shipping if you order. Obviously, I ordered all 3 of these, and if it's over a certain amount, it's free shipping. So, ordering all 3 of these qualifies. There's your Cavalry, used for both Union and Confederate. Your Zouaves, which you can use for both Union and Confederate. And I like the interchangeability of that. And then your Iron Brigade, which you will only be using for the Union, unless you're very clever with your painting skills and can come up with other units that you want to portray on the Confederate side. I suppose you could use those. But this is all very inspiring and cool. And this is not what I needed. I did not need more miniatures inspiration, but this is the road I've gone down recently, and I'm continuing to go down it. So I'm not sure when I'll pull this car over, but that's where we're at. Thank you guys for watching. Again, keep an eye out for the 1,000 subscriber milestone celebratory thank you video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.